Hey guys, how's it going today? In today's video I wanted to take a look back at a shoe that came out, well not came out, but re-released 2 years ago, and it actually originally came out in 2016. I've had these shoes in my collection for about a year and a half. I bought a really beat pair of them, and I thought I'd just go over them and just kind of make a tribute to them for a video because I really enjoyed these shoes for the couple years that I've owned them, and I'm probably going to be getting rid of them soon, sadly, but I think that they were probably one of the most iconic shoes at the time, and they deserve a lot of attention and respect. So with that being said, in my hand I have the Adidas OG, it's the OG Prime Knit pair where the upper was black and the pods were blue and red. And when this pair very first came out, it was actually worth quite a bit of money. And I think it released with the white pair as well. I'm not sure if those released at the exact same time, but they came out around the same time. And this was during the phase of Adidas basically just popping off. And these shoes were really trendy and really cool at the time, and no one wanted to pay like $700 or $800 for these. It's the equivalent of what Off-Whites are now if you are if you haven't been into shoes for that long. I mean, Ultra Boost and NMDs used to be like the cream of the crop. I mean, they're so comfortable and they look really good, and for the longest amount of time, well, about a year or two, they were just the trend. I mean, there was Ultra Boost releases and NMD releases happening like every week or two. Resellers were making a lot of money, people were taking Instagram pictures with them, and now they've kind of diluted down. You can go into any Foot Locker or anything like that and find a pair. But before that, you had stuff like these, and this guy really paved the way, as well as like the OG Ultra Boost that were like black and purple. A lot of the Ultra Boost 2.0s really did a lot of good for the community. And truth be told, the shoes would probably still be popular if it wasn't for Adidas. And I'm not bashing on Adidas at all because I like the brand, but everyone that's been into shoes for at least 2 to 3 years would all agree that they over-released the shoe, and then they still expected it to have some hype behind it. At the time when these came out, the re-release at least, I remember V2s were coming out and they were doing pretty good, but it was as soon as they started like really launching them in mass amount of numbers that they stopped doing so well. For example, whenever the Zebra V2 came out, it was a really popular shoe. I mean, just absolutely popular because they didn't make many pairs. I don't know the exact stock numbers, but they didn't make many pairs, and I remember them reselling for like $1,100, $1,200. And it was a really good looking V2. It was black and white, it could match a lot. You could do a lot with the shoe. And the sole fact of it is Adidas just cheaped out and said, well, we're gonna re-release these, but we're not just gonna re-release them, we're gonna re-release them big time. So they released a huge amount. Them releasing a huge amount caused the price to go all the way down to like $300-400, and used pairs for like $250. So this wasn't really good for the Adidas brand in general. And honestly, the only thing that stayed valuable was pairs like these that paved the way. And there's still a couple pairs of Ultra Boost and NMDs that are popular and you can get for good prices, like the Cool Kicks ones, the red tie-dye ones. You could get the Bape ones. That was a pretty cool collaboration. Just a couple pair of these OG Boost do really well, but now what they do is they took, like, I remember in 2018 they took this and they put the same colorway onto an XR1, which is like that mid style NMD. And I mean, that's cool or whatever, because like maybe if people couldn't afford these or they couldn't get them when they launched, they could get a pair that's the same colorway if they liked them, which I'm all down for. I'm all down for releasing shoes that are similar to the real thing in order for audiences to be able to reach them like in a large amount. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of just like absolutely milking releases, like just milking them whenever they're already in demand. And that's why Nike's maintained such a good audience over the years, is they don't just re-release. Every couple of years they'll retro, which is their version of a re-release. And I think it works pretty well. There's different variants in the different years. But with that being said, I do want to get into like the durability of the shoe and how much it's worn down, because that's actually what this video is about. So with that being said, I bought these for $90 in 2018. I want to say like summer of 2018, I bought these for 90 bucks. And I've worn them around a little bit, but I haven't put much wear on them. Whoever bought them, like bought them when they very first came out and beat them for like a couple months. It was very clear. And I'm gonna grab the other shoe real quick and I'll do an up close view of it. So I got the other shoe in my hand right here, and I'm just gonna do a close up view of it, just so you can really see how much it's worn down. A lot of the toe box, or not a lot, but there's some fraying on the toe box as well as overall wear. You can tell the guy definitely cleaned them up before he sold them to me, because it's like when you wash like a really old car. Like, it looks pretty good, but like at the same time it's still like really old and nasty. So with that being said, I'll show you the pair that I have. This is the toe box, and I'm trying to get it to focus on it right now, but if you look right here, you can actually see some fraying right above that toe cap. The pods themselves, I mean, like, it looks like someone used like a hair dryer to get the life back out of them, but you can clearly tell they've had a lot of wear on them. Move down to the next one. Same deal with this. It's just really, like, all the creases in it, it's just really worn down. See if I can't get it to. And then you go around to the back to where the boost is at. It's just extremely worn. Not much to say about it. But with that being said, they're really comfortable shoes. I mean, if you've ever owned a pair of NMDs, then you know they're comfortable shoes. They have boost in them. It's weird compared to Ultra Boost because, like, it's still soft, but it's not like a pillow for your foot. It makes it a really comfortable shoe to walk in for a couple hours. I find that walking around with Ultra Boost for like more than 5 hours, my feet kind of like get a little sore from how soft the shoe is. It's kind of weird to say, but it's like I kind of need a little bit of bounce back. Not as much as like Vans to where like your feet will just hurt because they're flat-footed shoes, unless you're a flat-footed person. But this is a really good happy medium, and for a while I had a couple of different pairs of NMDs and I would wear them around. Actually, I wore a pair to work yesterday because they're just really good walking shoes. With that being said, the shoe was really cool, and when it very first came out in the white colorway, I did want it, but I wasn't gonna spend like $700 or $800 on it. So whenever I heard the re-release on these on January 14th, 2017, which I just looked up, and it's actually like about 2 years from the video that I'm uploading, because it's like January 9th right now. Who knows when this upload will happen. I might upload it on the 14th. I might not. But anyways, yeah, so they came out 2 years ago, and I was like, oh heck yeah, I need to get them, but I couldn't even get them on release. And I believe retail for these was like $170. That's how much Adidas NMD retails were. And I couldn't get them, and then they were reselling for like $220, and I was like, I don't care that much to get them. Like, it was one of the shoes I passed up on, but I still liked. So as soon as my friend sent me these on StockX for like, I think $90, he was like, they're worn down, but I know you don't care about if shoes are worn as long as they're in good condition. I was like, for $90, why not? Pulled the trigger, wore them to school a couple times, and honestly, they're just like my slip-on shoes because I don't really wear like slides or anything like that. And these shoes, like with them being prime knit, you can just open them up really easy, slide your foot into them, and it works really well. Like without a doubt, if you get your right size, then there's no need to like worry about them sliding off your foot. They're just a good shoe. And that's probably gonna wrap up the video. I've kind of said everything that I have to say about them. A couple things before I end this. I'm still running the 500 subscriber giveaway that I've been announcing in every video. When I hit 500 subscribers, I'll go through my subscriber list, choose a random one, and give you $50 via whether or not you want it PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. It's all up to you. If you just subscribe, you'll be entered in. And I'm gonna continue to try to consistently upload on the channel this year. In 2020, my goal is like 40 to 50 uploads. So that's a pretty decent goal. That's like once a week-ish, and hopefully I can get down to like twice a week. It just depends on my schedule and how it goes, but I'm going to really crack at it hard in order to be doing this. And I think that's everything that I have to announce, to be honest. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, as well as comment, like, do you like these shoes, or if you have a story about them, maybe you were there when they released, like at a store, or you got a pair for yourselves. They might mean something to you. Just let me know. It'd be interesting to hear stories down below, as well as the wear on these things, because they seem to be in pretty good condition, and every pair I run across isn't too bad. But sometimes the prime knit does like get messed up, like it was caught on something. But yeah, so like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a good day.